Boys, we just got the biggest update of the year for CS2, the Armory Pass, and welcome to it. Today, we're going to be checking out all the new skins because there is so much to love. You have to buy an Armory Pass, and you can earn 40 Armory credits per pass and redeem them for whatever items you want. So, of course, you can get the limited edition item, the Desert Eagle heat treated, but it's basically a Deagle case hardened, kind of. But they also have the Overpass collection. You can get some gallery cases, which I feel like could be pretty profitable. So there's a whole lot to unpack here because they have charms. They have the new limited edition item. They have 3 new collections, a brand new case, and 2 sticker collections. So let's actually dive right in. By the way, if you want to buy the pass, it's like $15 US per pass. You can buy up to 5 at a time. So you're going to be looking at spending a lot of money on this. But long term, it could be a really good investment. It's just really hard to know right now because CS2 is kind of in a weird spot. Anyways, though, we have the brand new missing link charms. There's Little Ava, Pinch of Salt, Hot Sauce, Lil SAS, Lil Crass, Big Cav, Chicken Lil, That's Bananas, so if you want to have a banana on your gun, Lil Whiskers, Lil Sandy, Lil Squanch, Little Squatch, they actually have Bigfoot, okay dude, Lil Teacup, Lil Monster, aka Patrick Star, Diamond Dog, okay this is actually kind of sick, I like the reflections of the diamonds. Of course, Diner Dog, Hot Howl, this is so weird, it's a howl but in the form of a hot dog, and then Hot Worst if you want a burning hot dog. So yeah, that's the first collection. Honestly, kind of sick. But they also have the small arms charms, which are also pretty awesome too. So you have the baby AK if you want to have your AK on an AK. The Stitch Load, a Stitch USPS. Little Cap Gun, which is metallic and it also has that yellow tip so you know it's just a toy. Pocket Op if you want to have an op on your op. Backsplash for Mac 10 lovers out there. Whittle Knife, a little wooden knife. There's the pop art, which is basically like a cartoon M4A1S with a holographic pop. Oh, the Glamour Shot, the diecast AK, which is just straight up metallic purple. Disco Mac, if you want a little disco tech, but not really. The Hot Hands, which is actually made out of magma. The Titanium Op, which is a tiny titanium op. Lil Squirt, Semi-Precious, basically the CT knife, and then the T knife, but it's a mini version to put on your gun. So honestly, kind of interesting, but we're going to move on to the Overpass collection because first of all, we have the Midnight Paint Over, which looks absolutely kind of sick, especially with the Pandora's boxes. Next up, we have the Wash Me, which also looks pretty cool. The MP5 Neon Squeezer for people who like to squeeze neon. Wash Me Please, which looks actually kind of dirty, but I do like the metallic effect right here on like the design. The Tilted for people who play Counter-Strike 2. Ooh, the Wall Bang. All right. The Metallic Squeezer, which is not metallic at all, but it does have some metallic spray paint. The Pipsqueak. On this side, the hamster is just speaking in whatever language this is. And on the flip side, you see the back of his head, which is actually pretty nice attention to detail. The Worst Hole, which is just a fire nova. The Teal Gruff. I mean, it does look a little gross, but I feel like it could work for some people. The Dual Berettas Sweet Little Angels, which are just very colorful, vibrant skins. The XM1014 Monster Melt, which is based on the artwork from Overpass. Of course, I mean, it is the Overpass collection after all. The Eye of Zappums, which does look kind of cool. A lot of artwork, a lot of graffiti, cool color combination, the pink, green, orange, blue. There's so much going on here. The Op Krakow, which is just a pink anime themed op. The Dragon Snort. Dude, finally, they brought the dragon lore to the Zeus. And for the AK, we have the Be the Monster, which has so much going on. You have the graffiti from Overpass. You have actual gold all over the entire skin with the arrows, the tip, the other tip. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a pretty expensive AK in the future. Like, yeah. All right, next up, boys, we have the Graphic Collection, which has some other cool graphic design skins. Starting with the Spectrogram, which is interesting to say the least. The Halftone Whirl. You have blue, you have green, and that's all you need. And it kind of looks a little bit like carbon fiber. The Halftone Wash. On its own, kind of a sick skin, but the blue accents really bring it to the next level. Astrolabe. The lines on it are semi-metallic, but it's kind of a it's a strange skin. The Galil NV, which is, it kind of reminds me of the Graphite, but with some green accents, which is a super nice touch. The Coral Halftone. Not my cup of tea, but for anyone who likes it, go for it. Get one. The Wild Berry, neon themed Scar 20, but then again, who uses the Scar 20? The Berry Gel Coat. Okay, so on its own, kind of not that great of a skin. It looks a little ugly, but the red accents definitely do help it stand out. The Crossfade. Okay, a little bit of an AK fade, kind of, but not really. The Halftone Shift, just a green, yellow, and blue fade on an XM. The CZ Slalom, which has so much going on. Happy face right here. You have the orange, the teal, the purple, all the colors, and of course the white to really bring it all together. Very unique, I'll say that. The attack vector. Okay, so this is kind of a pretty flashy P90. The poly soup. All right, it's like a pink M4A4, but on this part of the design, you actually have like a holographic effect, so you don't even really have to put a sticker. The Desert Eagle Starcade, which is a very sick op. Very sick deagle. It all has glitter on it, but it has a great color combination from the blue to the pink to the purple. I might actually have to cop one of these. The little pig, which has a pig, and it also has gold text, which is pretty fitting. And of course, for the op, we have the CMYK, which is actually a little disappointing for a collection red because it doesn't really do anything too crazy. It's just a million different colors. There you go. Now you have an op that is completely different from anything we have at the moment. All right, now we have the sport and field collection, boys. So we have the Savannah halftone, which is pretty cool, like the green. The Tiger stencil, very basic, but it works. The half sleeve looks a little dirty, but I do like the blue. The olive polycam, it kind of gives off like safari mesh vibes, but taken to the next level. And I kind of actually do prefer this. The cold cell, which is very similar to the cobalt halftone, but it has more cells. The wildwood, actually just plants. The Xeno, pretty clean scout. This small game, I'm not the biggest fan of this. It is kind of cool though to have like this autumn forest kind of design on the bottom and then just have a clean top half. The Yorkshire, which is kind of a metallic copper Nova. The Alpine camo, which kind of takes a couple USPSs that have existed in the past, taking the blue and purple and mixing them together. It definitely adds to the variety. And then we have the 5.7 heat treated, which is literally just the 5.7 case hardened, but a little bit different. MP9 Arctic Tritone, love it. Love the white, love the Arctic camo, and the blue right here for the magazine. That's pretty good. And of course the Crimson Foil, which is both pearlescent and also metallic. So you just get that perfect combination of colors. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Autotronic. For the Galil, we have the Rainbow Spoon, which unfortunately doesn't look pearlescent, but on like some third-party sites, if you try to buy a fade, this is usually what you get. So it's kind of cool to actually see this version of a fade in the game. The Glock AXIA, which is kind of interesting. You have this glossy blue with some textures, and the top part kind of looks a little like it's turning into a case hardened, but not really. It definitely stands out. And last but not least, boys, is the M4A1S fade. Finally, we have a fade for one of the M4s. I pressed the wrong button and now I'm just getting recommended to smooth jazz and K-pop. Anyways, the M4A1S fade, which I feel like is a big step up from the off fade, because the biggest problem with that was half of it was the default skin. But for this one, it's only the stock and the handle. The rest of it is all fade goodness. Now, of course, we have the brand new gallery case, which has a bunch of new skins. For the Cuckoo knives, it's just the same ones we got in the last collection. But for the actual weapons itself, we have the 027, which is a very simple default looking almost. It kind of looks like the Glock a little bit, but with a custom suppressor. And it's honestly not too bad. The calligraphy is up next, which also looks very default, but you do have this cool graffiti metallic design. The statistics, another skin that looks default, but with some blue accents to really bring it together. The Lux trim looks like it came straight out of a luxury car. The hypnosis, if you want to hypnotize yourself while playing CS. The R8 Tango, which has a bunch of roses. You have the wood finish. The Trailblazer. All right, I mean, it's the Scar 20, but pretty clean. The Turbine, which is kind of a dark red themed. Why is that so bright? But it's like a dark red M4A4 finally. And you have like this super bright like yellow thing right here in the middle. The Hydro Strike, which literally looks like water guns. The Saba Oni. Finally, we have ourselves a Japanese like Oni themed Mac 10. The Randy Rush for all you Randys out there who just like to rush. Rapid Transit, which is literally based off of like public transportation lines. The Outsiders, which reminds me so much of the Fire Serpent, but actually kind of better because it's more affordable. And the Epicenter, which is a very interesting, it's like a P250 fade, but based around a circle for some reason. I don't know. This is weird, but weird in kind of a cool way. And of course, we finally got the UMP Neo Noir. For the Glock 18, we have the gold tooth, which is very similar to the FAMAS Spitfire, but on a Glock, and you have pink. And of course, the grill, the mouth, has a golden tooth. And last but not least, we have the M4A1S Vaporwave, which almost has a little bit of nudity, but not really. And I mean, what can I say? It's a Vaporwave themed M4A1S. And then there's the two sticker collections. You have some lightning, more lightning, fire, fire, fire. It like moves around a little bit as you turn. which is kind of a nice touch. And then there is the ruby stream, which is very similar, but a little bit of a different design. And last but not least, we have the other collection, which has a bicep, clown nose, clown, hand, eye. You have to go to the lentacular version of it to actually get the full googly eye effect. Amazing. And then you have this sticker that just looks left and right. This is a pretty big update. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.